Hi everyone, it's Christian Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to educate you on what a lace frontal piece is so that you can know what to look for if you're someone who is getting into hair extensions and you're really interested in wearing a lace frontal unit like a wig, or you want a lace frontal sew-in, or even a lace frontal quick weave or a pronto weave. I want you to know what you should be looking for, whether you're buying the hair from a boutique in person, a beauty supply in person, or a vendor online. I would prefer you, if you're new to buying lace frontals, to go in person and purchase your lace frontal. That way you know exactly what you're getting, and this video is designed to educate you and help you and give you tips and advice so that you don't make a mistake when purchasing your first couple of hair pieces. Now, I am a cosmetologist, so I do hair, so I have seen it all, and I'm realizing that I'm getting clients. Like, I have a new client who we went over what a lace closure was. I sent her a YouTube video trying to educate her on what to get and what to look for, and she still came back with a lace frontal piece. Now, there's no fault of her own because she's never done this before. However, when she requested a lace closure piece, the shopkeeper sold her a lace frontal. And these shopkeepers typically are inner city. They're, Arab or Asian men just selling. I'm not going to say that they're just out to make a buck, but they're out here just selling you anything. I mean, they genuinely may not know, but they just are familiar with lace and what's most popular and what costs more. So they're going to sell you what they want to fly off the shelves. And so this is what she came with. We also discussed what length she should get based on, what she wanted done. She said she wanted a bob. And so the progression of the hair pieces that we have here is 10, 12, and 14. So here's an example of the first thing that you want to do. When you're buying a lace frontal unit, you want to always make sure your frontal piece and your bundles are from the same place. Even if they're from the same package, that's fine. And you always want to keep them within 2 inches of length with each other. So this is 14, this is 12, and this is 10. Even if you were to go longer, let's say you're doing 26-inch weave, you want to do 26, you'll do like 26, 24, 22, and 20. 20 being the length of your frontal, but your frontal can either be 20 or 22 inches, just if you want that even length, that blunt look. So anyway, they did not sell her a lace closure. Let me tell you what the difference is between a lace frontal and a lace closure. So this is a lace frontal. As you can see, a lace frontal is usually about 12 to 13 inches across, right? And if you lay it down, you can lay it down from, typically the average size head, I have a lot of hair on my head right now, but the average size head, you can lay it on your forehead or on your head from ear to ear like that. And lace frontals are also good for women who have thinning hairlines, or not just that, just want to appear to, have a whole hairline. If you do have thinning or alopecia or breakage, and you are wanting to go out and look your best. Who doesn't want a full hairline? I know I like a full hairline. So that's one reason that these are purchased. The other difference between, I'll say the parallel between the lace frontal and the lace closure, I wish I had a lace closure here, is that a lace closure is typically the size of the palm, right? So it's usually about 3 to 4 inches across. Now you can get a bigger one. They sell like 4 and 5 inch lace closures, but a standard lace closure is gonna sit here, right? Between the temples, or at the temples, but a standard lace closure will never stretch from ear to ear. So a dead giveaway that you're buying a lace frontal is if it stretches ear to ear. Now the unfortunate thing is, sometimes when they're selling you these hair pieces in the shop, they're not gonna want you, especially if they're pre-packaged like this and they're stuck to the packaging, they're not going to want you to open it and tamper with it. So she bought it. When it was presented to me, it was kind of like this, right? So it didn't look that big, but I'm already looking at it. I can see I can see that there's a whole hairline here. So I'm already knowing that this is not a lace closure, it's a lace frontal. And when you're buying your lace frontals, what you want to look out for is lace. The lace should be light or flesh colored, like the color of the palm, right? Or it can be skin tone. But if it's not your color exactly, you can always color match it with your favorite powder foundation or liquid foundation. What else? The other thing that you want to know about your lace frontal piece is that there should be no excessive stitching in the front near the hairline. There should be no transparent stitching. There should be no black stitching, and the netting should always be soft like real lace. It should never be hard. It should never be something that's off tone like orange or purple. There should be no discolored, pieces of thread woven in. And again, the netting should, sometimes they sell you things because you don't know better. Sometimes they sell you closure and frontal pieces with black netting, and that helps no one, because the point of having a lace closure or a lace piece is so that it can appear to look like your hairline. But how would it look if you had something like this? You had hair coming out of it, but you had this sitting on your hairline. You can see that line. You can see the netting, and it's just an unattractive look. So what I want you to do is make sure that all of your lace pieces, even if you're buying a lace closure, that they are within 2 inches of each other in length. And when you do buy, let's say you're buying longer bundles, 20 inches, anywhere from 12 on up, you don't want to get an 8-inch lace frontal piece, because the 8-inch lace frontal piece, when it's all said and done, it's probably going to wind up being as short as a bang or like a long bang. It's going to all stop about right here. So you're going to have the appearance of a mullet, where it's kind of shorter at the top and much longer in the back. And that's not what women want. We typically want to look fabulous. And so it's always good to have your lace frontals and lace closure pieces within 2 inches of length of the shortest lift bundle that you have, if that makes sense. So if your shortest bundle that's going to stop up here is like 16 inches, your lace frontal or lace closure piece, which this is the lace frontal piece, should be about 16 inches in length. It could be 14 inches in length, but it should not be 12, 10, 8, and 6, because it's going to look very, it's going to look like someone who's not a professional did your installation. So again, when you buy a lace frontal is going to be very big. It's going to be 13 inches across, and it's going to be about 4 inches back. Sometimes they come a little longer. They as far as the width. Sometimes they're 6 inches, which is for me almost a whole wig. And you can use this, like I said, you can use it for a quick weave. You can use it for a wig. You can use it for a lot of things, a pronto weave. So this is all I have to show you for now. This is what a lace frontal is. Again, it's much bigger than a lace closure piece. It goes from ear to ear. A lace closure piece will typically go, it'll be like here, right? Or it'll come down here, but it will never go from ear to ear. So just think about your temples to maybe the end of your eyebrows or something like that. Make sure there are no tracks in your frontal pieces and in your closure pieces. Now, if you don't really want versatility, you don't want movement, and you're okay with the middle part or a side part, that's okay. You can have tracks in it, but don't expect to do any side ponytails or any have a lot of movement with your sewing. But if you want to be able to comb your hair in any direction and pull your hair up, down, or curl it any direction that you want to make sure that you get a frontal or a lace closure piece with absolutely no tracks in it. And if you don't know what tracks are, these are tracks. Sometimes some suppliers sell these pieces, yes, lace frontal pieces and lace closure pieces with tracks, right? So it'll have pieces of weave in there. And it also, let's say if you have bone straight hair, it takes away from the ability for the hair to lay flat, because you'll have that bump from the track. So that's something to consider. Again, you always want to make sure you buy your hair from the same place if possible, so that you can ensure that the quality is the same across the lace piece and the bundles. And you want to make sure that the texture is the same and the lengths are about the same too. And I know sometimes we're in a hurry or it's an emergency, it's last minute, so we can't always do that. But please, these tips will save your life. So now, if you're new to this and you've seen this video, there are no excuses. Even if somebody tries to sell you something, you'll look at that and you'll say, wait a minute, that's not a lace frontal, that's a lace closure, or vice versa. And you'll know because of the difference in what? size. A lace frontal is about 13 inches wide and 4 or 5 inches back, and a lace closure is going to be about 1/3 that. So this would be a lace closure, okay guys? So anyway, I hope that this video helps. And one more thing I want to share with you is that I did write a book about hair extensions for stylists, barbers, and those of you who are just kind of getting, you want to get your hair done, you're not sure where to look, how to research, or you're tired of watching YouTube videos, which I don't know who could get tired of watching YouTube videos, but I did write a book. It's called The Hair Extension Book by Christian Williams, and it is available on Amazon. This book is looking kind of rusty because it's in my work area, my salon, where I share with my clients so that they can do their own research. And this helps because I can't always answer the phone and text back right away. But if you have a book, a guide to introduce you to whatever it is that you're interested in, you could get maybe all of your questions answered in one place, and this lasts forever. So anyway, you can find this on Amazon, right? And you can get it downloaded for Kindle, or you can have a physical copy. It's not expensive at all, and it will help you and it will help me. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that this video was super informative. If it was, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and share. And I will come back with another one very soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.